And the show is over. Thank you. I was born and raised in Puerto Rico. Any Puerto Ricans here? For the first half of my life, I thought I was white. Allow me to explain this to the non-Puerto Ricans in the room. When you're born in Puerto Rico and you have this skin tone, you are considered white. And no one tells you that you are anything but. I was born, my aunts looked at me and said, "Ay, qué lindo, qué blanquito, mira qué lindo se ve there." And that's the same thing they said about my little baby. I thought I was white until it was about 23, and I came to Pennsylvania, where they let me know that I was not white. It was a little shocking. When I was a little boy, I thought the only dark person in my family was my dad. That's him. That's me, and my brother, and my mom. The white people in the family with my dark dad. That was 1980, kindergarten graduation. I remember writing Daddy a note, saying, "Daddy, you are chocolate and I love you." And then I did. Life has a way of presenting irony to you. 30 years after that picture was taken, I became the dark one in my family. And I have learned to accept that race is a construct. Yes, it exists. We are different. But of course, we are the same. It's important to see each other, first see each other, before we go beyond that. We cannot be colorblind. And that's the first bubble that I lived in that I realized later in life, in my 20s. Another bubble that I lived in, which was, I guess, odd, was my concept of parental sleeping arrangements. As you can see here, this is a replica of my parents' bedroom arrangements. They were like the Flintstones. My mom slept in a full-size bed, and my dad slept strapped in a little twin bed. And I thought that was normal. Whatever happens to you in your life you think is normal until someone tells you otherwise. So I remember going to a friend's house, my first sleepover, and my friend's giving me a tour of the house, and he shows me his parents' bedroom, and I see it, and I am alarmed. One bed. I was very concerned, so I said, "Dude, where does your dad sleep?" And that's when I understood. I believe I was 10 years old. That's when I understood that the Flintstones were not a normal sleeping arrangement. And then my mom explained to me that my dad was a violent sleeper. And the first night that they slept in the same bed, in the middle of the night, he punched and kicked her out of bed because he had nightmares. He had nightmares because he had trauma from the war. My dad was a veteran, served in the U.S. Army. He was one of the Borinqueniers, 65th Infantry. And that's him in 1952, going to South Korea to fight for our country. And this is the picture of Borinqueniers. Some of these people died in battle, and my dad witnessed all of that, and the horror of that made him unable to sleep well from age 23 to 65 when he died. So that was my second bubble that needed to burst. My dad was fully bilingual, and he put me and my brother in a school that was fully bilingual. All instruction was in English. My third bubble was the bubble of language. I thought speaking English in Puerto Rico would be a great benefit. And in some areas it was, but when I went to college, because I went to high school in a military academy, and then I went to college, and people made fun of me because of my English, and they thought, "What do you think you are, a gringo? Speaking like an American like that. You speak like a Zamalo, I'm sorry." And then I thought, okay, I studied English, I got my degree, and I thought, well, surely, if they don't appreciate people speaking different languages here, surely in Pennsylvania they will. And Of course, speaking Spanish in Pennsylvania could come with a little bit of trouble. So, sometimes people don't understand that the official language in the United States is nothing. Yes, there is no official language in the U.S. And the U.S. is the second largest Spanish-speaking country in the world, behind Mexico. But in 30 years, we will be number one. Why? We're very fertile. You ever seen a Latino couple saying, we're trying to have a baby? We don't try, we do it. We want that baby 9 months, let's go. So, because of that. And even with that knowledge, that people know, there are people who are still proud of being linguistically ignorant and say, you have to speak American when you're here. Mm-hmm. First poem.